Hi, my name is Malia Murphy. I'm 20 years old and I'm a psychology student here at WSU. I'm from Seattle. My grandparents immigrated from the Philippines, but we're more integrated into American culture now.
Hi, I'm Sara. I'm from Denver, Colorado. I'm 21 years old and I'm studying music and psychology, and I'm also a student in the Honors College. Obviously, a big part of music is live performance and also being able to collaborate with other performers.
And how did you adjust to online classes to now that they're back in person?
I feel like it was kind of a big adjustment. I think I had to adjust to kind of like having a daily routine that didn't just involve like getting up out of bed and staying in my apartment all day, which is like very interesting, but I think it has been a lot better for my mental health to be back in person.
So what were your concerns about coming back to on campus with health and other people's health?
So I was, at first, before we went back to in-person classes, I was relatively concerned. I felt pretty confident and safer about the fact that WSU was having a mask mandate and a vaccine mandate, and they were pretty strict as far as enforcing those rules. But when I got back to campus, most of my professors were pretty lenient on coming to class if you're sick or not, so I felt really safe in that regard, and now I feel like I don't have any concerns. I feel like it's pretty normal now, so.
Did the pandemic change your career plans in any way?
No, actually, if anything, it made me more confident in what I want to do, because I want to go into the mental health field, and seeing the mental health crisis from the pandemic has really opened my eyes and shown me that we do need more healthcare professionals, and we do need more people in the mental health field to help just, like the adolescents population and the older population. So if anything, it was almost like a blessing in disguise, but I know for a lot of people that wasn't the case, so I feel kind of lucky about that.
How does an average week look this semester compared to last?
I feel like my weeks feel more busy but also more rewarding this year being in person, because I just feel like generally being in person, there's more things that I'm attending and more things that I'm going out and doing, running around campus in between classes versus just logging on to Zoom calls. But it feels like a lot more rewarding at the same time, and there's like a better ability to be able to connect with other people as well, so yeah.
Were you concerned about your health and other people's health returning back this semester?
I definitely was. I was very concerned about, the variants and breakthrough cases, and I actually had a breakthrough COVID case at the beginning of the year, so I missed the first week of classes, but I don't know, I felt a lot better now that I have, immunity at least, which is kind of nice, but I feel like I generally trust the masks, and it feels better being in person versus being online, so yeah.
Is there anything you're looking forward to this semester?
Yes, there's a lot that I have been looking forward to, especially with music, with things being online. It was so hard to be able to feel like the performances were as rewarding, but I'm doing my recital next semester, my vocal recital, and I'm also participating in other people's vocal recitals as well. So I'm pretty excited for that next semester, and then also just getting back to doing in-person live performances as a music student.
How do you feel about the return to in-person classes?
Okay, I actually prefer the in-person classes. Online was nice because I was on my own schedule a little bit more, but when I'm in person, it's a lot easier to learn for me. So I think it's better in the long run. And I know it can be scary for some people to be back in person. It's a little bit intimidating, but I actually really enjoy it and I have a really good time with it. So I'm really excited to be surrounded by all these cool new people, new faces. Being able to really meet the people within my major now that I'm doing more major-specific courses, and yeah, just hanging out in a really fun, safe environment. That's nice too. So, yeah.
What's something you learned during quarantine?
I learned that to not take others for granted. I learned to like really hug your loved ones when you can, and like not take that time, not take anything for granted really, because we could just, the whole world can turn upside down with overnight and you wouldn't even know it. So
What are you most excited about?
I think I'm most excited about just being able to like enjoy my senior year and being able to actually like feel like I'm connecting with the community around me, because I think during COVID it felt a bit isolating. Just things are generally different. Like you're not walking around campus and seeing people like that you recognize or talking to people before class starts. It felt a little bit more lonely online. So I don't know, it's nice this year to be able to like connect with people and meet people through being in person.
How do you feel about the return to in-person classes?
I feel excited. I think it's a lot easier to build a sense of community when you're in person rather than online. So I'm just excited for feeling like I'm more connected to WSU and like the students around me.
And what are your thoughts on how WSU has handled this situation?
I definitely think that last year that the school kind of showed its priorities a bit. Just there were some things that I kind of wish like didn't happen, like the library being closed and things like that. I think that there were just like kind of like some disparity between how the school treated certain subject areas as well. Like athletics were still operating and things like that, but the library was closed at the same time. So I just think that WSU could have provided its students with more resources, and especially considered that a lot of students are majoring in different things and people come from economic backgrounds that are completely different from one another. So I think the school should have provided more resources for its students, honestly.
What do you see happening these next 6 months, and are you hopeful?
I am hopeful for the future. I think that people are really smart about this pandemic now, and like people are taking the extra steps to not go back into lockdown, and yeah, I'm really hopeful for the future, what it has to hold.
I'm definitely hopeful. I think that the next 6 months are probably there's going to be a lot of growth and probably positive changes happening as well.
Hopefully I personally can get on a research team. I'm hopeful that with everybody getting vaccinated and with booster shots coming out, that we'll stay in person.
I'm excited that things are kind of getting back to normal and there's like a lot to look forward to. It's my senior year, so I'm just excited to kind of be able to be on campus and fully experience my senior year.